How you doing?
Good. Can you hear
Good.
me?
I can hear you. You ready?
Sort of.
All right. Here we go. All right. I'm going to click this and then your presentation will start. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, New York. This is live from New Mexico. Thank you for the invitation. I'm Paula Cosello Finicoglu, and I run the Language Access Program for the New Mexico Judiciary. Today, I'll be talking about the Clara application family, our multilingual interactive avatar, smart kiosks, and ClaraConnect, our video conferencing and interpreting web-based application. I'll be sharing where we started, how we got here, and where we're going with the Clara applications family. But before we delve into the technology, let me tell you about our state. First and foremost, we are a state, close to the border, but a state in the US, nonetheless. And as you can see, we have strong Hispanic and Native American presence and a large LEP population. We have literacy and poverty-related challenges. And yes, the Roadrunner is our state bird. I wanted to highlight something unique to New Mexico, and that is that the ability to read or speak the English language is not a requirement to serve as a juror. This means we need to be creative and resourceful in our language access efforts. So with this in mind, we created Clara to improve access to our website. Avatars and chatbots are not new. Gina, the LA traffic court avatar, inspired us to create Clara. But Clara is not your usual avatar. She speaks English, Spanish, Navajo, uses voice command technology, and offers a series of options through guided navigation. Here you see Clara's prompt asking in Navajo and Spanish if I need her help. And while she relies on text-to-speech technology, TTS does not exist in Navajo. So we studio recorded every utterance and tied those MP3 files to the script that you see on the screen. And then we thought, how about we bring Clara to the courthouse? What if she could carry out a more freestyle type conversation using natural language processing? So we came across Advanced Robot Solutions eCourt's presentation of a project they were doing in Michigan. And while their existing product looked very different from the kiosk that we envisioned, the foundational technology was similar. And after an iterative process of research and testing, we concluded that it was a perfect match, and that through agile design, we could create a kiosk that integrated Clara and NLP. About 6 months after our initial meeting, we went from sketches on a whiteboard to this prototype, which was deployed at the First Judicial District Courthouse in Santa Fe. This is pre-COVID, so users can tap or talk to navigate through the content, and user questions are recorded into a database. We collect and analyze data to improve accuracy. Here, you see the user tapping on Clara's mic to talk to her, and what Clara and the user say will appear on the green dialog box. At the time, we have these 4 modules. One of the most basic things that people need to know is where they are and where they need to go. So we have a directory module. It shows up a map. It tells people where they are. Public areas are in color and administration is in gray. And users can either ask Clara or tap the menu items for directions. Here, users can browse the different forms by category by tapping on the screen or simply asking divorce forms, and Clara will present them with all the forms associated with dissolution of marriage. So once the user has identified the form that they want, they can preview it and choose one of the 2 options, to pick it up at the clerk's office or to email it to themselves. If they want to pick it up, they also get directions on how to get to the clerk's office. Our next module interacts with our case management system and is key because a great number of litigants typically end up at the clerk's office or even in the wrong courtroom, not knowing where their hearing is being heard. So here, Clara offers their hearings information and how to get there. Users asking how to type questions are directed to this module and presented with options. Once we go live with the COVID updates, we'll be able to continue increasing the number of questions that Clara is able to answer as she learns through user interaction. So everything was going great, and then, well, COVID happened. So we had to make adjustments, and so we added a wake word, hi Clara, and a wake wave to initiate navigation. We also added a telepresence module, which led to the development of our web-based application. Users can wave or talk to get the assistance of a live operator. And here you see the clerk and the interpreter dashboards. The clerk gets the call from the court user and can call the interpreter if needed. And you can also see here the interpreter answering the clerk's call. Here you see all parties connected remotely. Courthouses that need to rotate personnel due to maximum capacity limits can now comply with social distancing while continue to serve the public in an accessible way. So to close, here's Clara's family tree, so to speak. So we started with community needs and created 3 products through agile design in a little over a year. We created the interactive multilingual website avatar, the smart kiosk, and the web application. For the web app, we're now working on adding simultaneous interpreting and Polycom endpoint integration. Due to COVID, we had to readjust our development priorities because, as Einstein once said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paula, for sharing with us, and looking forward to continuing to see what happens with Carla. All right, next up we have Mark, who is going to tell us about a project that he worked on while at